This week on Legends of Storm's Eye.
Sudden ambushes, treachery, intrigue. Excellent.
I got attacked last night and then I made the knife hot.
Who was it? You tell me who it was and I will cut their face off.
I think I've proven myself not to be a villain by now.
How? My bed's so uncomfortable.
People kept secrets from you. It happens.
All I can tell, you're all full of secrets to the brim.
He's dripping with secrets. Do everything that you did, I'll make it right.
Good luck, Iggy.
Magic is a dark thing, boy. Magic can be a dark thing.
Hi, welcome to Zarnia for Games and Geekery. This is Legends of Storm's Eye, our actual play D&D show. I have our wonderful players around me. Hello, wonderful players.
Hello. Wonderful DM.
That was adorable. Totes adorable. All right, so last episode, what happened was that you escaped from the Infinite Library back onto the island of Crumb. You made your way through the mines of the mountains out and reconvened at the haystack, where you found where Iggy and Jack discovered Pycrust's hidden letter, where Pycrust told them that he had stolen the book from the obsidian ring. They were after him, and he'd thrown the book into the sea. Bringing the team together, Legacy confessed to his rocky relationship with the authorities, and the team decided to evade Inspector Kinga, Captain Kinga, and make their way off the island of Crumb by convincing an Aarakocra to row them from Crumb to Samat in exchange for a pair of shoes, a jacket, and a tie, I think. I may be a bit hazy on those details. Arriving on Samat, the Aarakocra, Yalada was very richly rewarded by Glenda with a wonderful throw or shore, like a muumuu, like very brightly colored though, beautiful. And he promised that if they ever needed anything from any of the Aarakocra, that they just needed to say his name to them. Arrived on the island of Samat, and Jack led them to Irene's garden, a wonderful little oasis in the shady side of Samat City. There, Irene recognized the book of binding and breaking that Makanda had brought with them. It was a book of an old friend of hers, Iggy's mother. And that's where we begin our story today. All right, you are all in the kitchen. It's a wonderful little kitchen of Irene's thing, a big kitchen table with lots of herbs that have been chopped. It's very fragrant in there. Things are bubbling away on the stove, and there are preserves all across all the shelves all around. It is a wonderful, warming sort of place that just feels very, very welcoming. You can hear voices from other parts of the room and people upstairs. It feels like a community there. Jack, you know that this place is like a safe house for people who just need to take some time, who need some remedies maybe. Irene is kind of like the local healer and the local fixer-upper, and maybe a little bit of the local busybody, but just a little.
Sounds like a dream.
It does sound delightful. So Irene, having just dropped this bombshell, looking at Iggy and says, "You have her eyes."
Do you... Thank you. I don't even remember my mother. I don't even remember what she looks like.
Oh, well, I think that's something to do with her, to be honest. I think that's, there's a lot to explain. I'm just going to put a pot of tea on, and I think everyone, just make ourselves comfortable, because I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and I don't know where you got that book from, because the last time I saw it, it was crumbling to ash.
When was the last time you saw it? When was the last time you saw my mother? I have so many questions.
All right. Oh, settle down. All right, everyone. Here we go.
And she puts on the tea and ushers you all into kind of a little sitting room You find your places on like the various couches and bits of upholstery. Everything seems a bit salvaged and put together, but lovely doilies over everything as well, which is very, very, very cute. And she presses mugs of tea into all your hands, making sure that you're comfortable. Somehow just the right tea for each of you. And so, like I said, when I was young, I was a bit of a wild one. We both were. Me and your mother, Sus. And we were running around Portdale, two wild things. We didn't really have families at all. We were just me and her. And I was going by Ginger back then, because to be honest, that was my real name, and I was a bit fiery as well. You know, the hair's mostly grey now, but you know, I like your colour. You know, that was something of what it was. That kind of red. It was.
I can give you the recipe for this dye.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Later, you and I will.
So, just grabbing my notes in front of me. So it all kind of started when we found that book. Sus and I, we were always up to petty things, pilfering, small crimes, mostly vandalism, if I'm going to be honest. Your mother could draw. She had just like a gift for art, and we would nick paint or charcoal or whatever it was, and she would throw up pieces on any surface that we could get to, and there was pretty much no surface that I couldn't get to. I'd be the climber, a bit of the sneaker. I'd bring the rope up, haul your mum up there, and she would just let loose. Portdale, there wasn't a surface that we hadn't tagged, except for this tower, the library tower, and that was going to be a masterpiece. But one night, moonless, make it as dark as possible so we wouldn't be spotted up high like that, we went to the library tower. It was a difficult climb. I nearly killed myself, but I got up there, put the ropes around, got her up, and she started going to work. Me, I'm on lookout, so I'm looking out, but it takes an hour or so to really get this art going, and I see a window, I look in there, and it's just stacked, a bit of a storeroom stacked with books and paints, all scribes' materials, brushes and things. So I pop the window, I go in and stuff as much in my gunny sack as I could, and it was this book, blank book. I thought, this is perfect for Sus. She can fill it with whatever pictures she wants, Great gift. It's strange that there's so much that I can't remember about that night. I can't remember the details of what that picture was that we put up, that we went through all that trouble to, that got us into trouble. I can't remember what it was. But that's when it all went wrong. First it went very right though. Turns out whatever you put in the book comes real. And for two kids who were a bit like on the rocks and a bit sneaky, we found our fortune, as it were. We could make gold happen. We could do anything. We decided that we wanted to be famous and glorious. So, I've got a bit of magic. And she snaps her fingers, and there's a little a chair pops into existence on the little dining table in front of you. And she waves her hand through it and kind of flickers, and it's just an illusion. She's like, a little bit of tricks and things like that. So we thought, we can make this bigger, We can make this amazing. We could be heroes. And your mum, being ever the great storyteller, always with a tall story and a tale and making up some things, she gives us villains and monsters, and they start getting bigger and bigger, and we vanquish them, we fight them, because she's always got the weakness. She summoned them into being. We always know how to pop them off, kill them, make them look big. I can summon a fireball, but not really, you know? So between illusions and summoning these things, we got a bit of a reputation as heroes. And that's when she invented the Titans.
You mean the comics books that I've been reading this whole time? You guys made your own villains, and they weren't really. You made those stories up, and you played them out like the theater.
Yeah. We did it step by step. Everything was just exactly how she'd plan it out in the comics.
If it makes you feel any better, son, it's not just them. All stories are made up.
But I thought, I mean, there's a dedicated monolith to the Battle of the Kraken in Port Dale. I mean, there is a whole thing there. I mean, that's not a story they made up. That really happened. There was a Kraken.
So, the thing with the book is, it started changing sus. And the stories that she wanted to tell got bigger and bigger, and we got new members, you know, as well. We made the team bigger. But then she got colder, like she didn't care as much about people. And when you were born, she just didn't seem really to connect to you. And I thought we should stop it. I thought we should stop doing what we were doing. We had all the gold that we could ever want, and if we wanted more gold, well, there were still pages of the book. But no, she was caught up in the story. And so that's how episode 99 happened. The Kraken of Delacos. She wanted the most epic battle that you could ever have. A Kraken attacking Port Dale. And up till then, we just faked things, fake damage, maybe knocked over a building or two, but the Kraken... Your mother killed people with that Kraken to make a good story. And I stopped her. We all stopped her. But a lot of people had died already. And I'm gonna have to carry that. That's... Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry.
So what happened to Sas?
Well, what happened to my mom?
We took her to a temple, and they managed to break the link with her in the book, but she was still the same. She still had lost her soul. She had no connection to anything. She loved nothing, couldn't empathize with things, didn't care about the life the lives that she'd taken with the Kraken. She'd just become a monster.
And where is she? She's still alive?
I don't know. She left a letter for you. And she goes to a box that's kind of sitting by the mantelpiece, blows the dust off it, turns the latch, opens up, it creaks, and she takes out a letter and puts it in your hands.
Is that the letter?
Yeah, that was for you, Iggy. But she took the memories from most of the Titans. She couldn't take mine, and then she left. She said she was going to get her soul back, no matter the cost.
Did she say where she was going?
No. I think she was going to try find out where that book came from.
Right. When she had the book, did she also turn like old and decrepit? And because that's what happened to a friend of mine. That's why we're here.
It started happening when I tried to destroy the book. So, as the book took her soul, she just lost her empathy and her feeling. But when I tried to actually destroy the book, that damage, it seemed to pull life from her to repair itself. And we broke the connection. We broke the connection at the temple at Chirkin. But it took a lot of energy, and the priests, well, they almost died, she almost died, but in the end the book was destroyed and she lived.
What became of the book after you attempted to destroy it?
It burnt into ash. And then we sowed that ash with salt and scattered it. But something of it must persist.
How did Moontree find it?
It was in the... So the salvageable bookstore would bring books in that they would find from different places, and it was just like a mishmash of new books coming in boxes, and it was just one of the books that was in the box.
Evil can be like that. It plants little seeds that sprout generations, hundreds of years later, especially if this is a powerful artifact. I wish to say no disrespect to the clerics who destroyed it, but truly destroying something like that is very difficult. It can live in many ways.
Here we are with the book ourselves, and all it took was for us to go into the Infinite Library and visualize it, and now you have the book. So who's to say that someone didn't do that before?
Very possible.
It's arrogant to think that we're the only ones who've managed to ever find the Infinite Library.
Do you think that?
I, for one, am humble. I don't think this.
Do you think there's more than one book?
It's very possible. I mean, it's not likely that too many people have found the Infinite Library, let's be honest. But if a book like this existed out there, surely we would have seen the results of, its evil imprint.
Well, I mean, Iggy, Moontree didn't get it from the Infinite Library originally.
Yes, Moontree apparently found it at a salvageable bookstore. They hauled in
But it
some
sounds
ash.
like Bycrust was the one who found it first.
Yeah, and he threw it in the sea?
Yeah, and that's where they would have salvaged it from.
Pie crust.
The crust thickens.
The crust doth thicken.
I'm wondering how. Now, this might sound crazy. How can we use the book?
Could be a very dangerous thing indeed to attempt to use this book.
Yeah, I was about to say, after this whole story, you now want to use the book.
Yeah,
That sounds like a villainous thing to say.
Okay, I think I've proven myself not to be a villain by now.
How? How have you done that?
I gave my jacket for us to get here.
You're
very
still
nice
wearing
jacket.
your
It's
shoes.
Still wearing his shoes.
So it
And
was a
then,
good
and
jacket.
then you took back the shoes you promised someone.
So that
It's a very
Anyway,
thick
so
how
book.
would
weird.
you like to use the book?
I'm not entirely sure, but it
To do
might
what?
be worth us. At some point, we need to consider the fact that we have this powerful item that we can use to our benefit.
All right, well, you draw in it then.
Well, I think the most magical person amongst us should do that.
Okay, I absolutely do not think we should do
I
that.
do not think we should do that either. Also, Iggy, are you okay?
I mean, this letter is...
What does it say?
Laddie, do you want a moment with the letter to read it alone?
Yeah. Just, you can take your tea, there's a nice garden.
When did
upstairs.
she write this? Before she... I mean, obviously before she left, but before she lost empathy and her soul was stolen, or while she still had a soul?
No. It was after you were born, and you were about 10 when the Kraken happened.
Yeah.
It was after that she came back here after leaving you on Crumb, and she left that letter with me.
I don't know if I want to read it yet. I'll I'll read it when I'm ready.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Can I just try and wrap my head around this book situation? We now have 3 versions of this book. There's the first version that you found in the tower that you then destroyed and threw into the sea. There is a second book, which we believe is the one that Pie Crust found, threw into the sea, Moontree found, drew in it, created Golden Dwayne. We have subsequently destroyed it. You smote it in half,
Yep.
threw it into an abyss, gone. Now we have this book that we have here with us, which is the one that you pulled out of thin air from the maze of bookworms.
That's correct.
Correct.
Which is still alive and well. So there's 2 destroyed books that have destroyed 2 people with it.
Yeah.
It's
And this
possible
one.
that first book and the second one were one and the same. If it wasn't completely destroyed by the priest, then maybe that's the one that Pie Crust found.
She said she saw that turned into ash mixed with salt and thrown into the sea.
He said that evil is very difficult to destroy.
He did say that, yes.
Aye, that is true. And it's also a bad thing to consort with.
Amen.
I'm saying
horses.
there might be a time when we have to consider it. That's all I'm saying. We've got this amazing power, and we're not going to use it to...
But it'll steal your soul.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big price.
Eventually, just we're using it once or twice is...
Did you not see?
I mean, I guess lawyers don't have a soul, so...
It's true. It's the same way as how we
Epic
have all this
son,
gold
epic
and instead try to pay someone off with an old tie and a jacket.
Well,
that's
it
what-
worked.
It did work.
It did work.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. Okay, so we have gold. We can use the gold, and at some point we have this powerful book that might come in handy. And I'm just saying, let's not
Did any of the
destroy it right away.
Titans survive, or did they all? Did everything that was created with the book get destroyed when the book was destroyed?
No, they survived, and not all the Titans were created. Only 3 of them were. And, oh, sorry. My counting is terrible. Sorry.
Irene.
Two of them were created through the book, and the others were just friends we made along the way, you know.
Okay.
We started printing the Crummix on Crumb, and the son of the printer, Johannes Kelderkoning, was, he's such a sweet guy and, strong, so he joined us, and
Is that your father?
him and Sus fell in love, so...
My pa was a Titan. Which one was he? Was he Urbanus? Titan fell.
Yes.
That makes me the son of the Titans.
At this junction, I'd like to ask, is that a big deal?
I mean, they're just the greatest heroes that Storm's Eye has ever seen, and I'm just one of their children.
Greater than Night Knight?
Night Knight is the son of the Titans. He is the new Titan.
I mean, I think you've got to remember, Iggy, that the Titans were a terrible mistake, and we were conning people. We were tricking them. It was all a hoax.
Aye. There's enough evil out there without people making up make-believe evil to get money out of other people.
Yeah.
It's so confusing.
All those things that we did both sides. You know, we were the monsters and the heroes. And it just cancels it out into nothingness until eventually you get the Kraken and she kind of like takes a moment and you see her eyes welling up with tears as she still very much carries the weight of what happened at Port Dale.
I feel like that's when evil truly took over. Before that, all sounds like mischief for ego and team. But once people started dying,
Well, knocking down buildings is a bit more than just mischief, but fair enough.
I mean, to be fair, if we are going to have a history lesson, that was the moment that, like all the islands decided to start to work together to protect each other. So maybe
It was a good thing. You're one of those colonization was okay because we have roads types of people on.
That's not what I'm saying. But the peace that we have amongst the islands now could be argued was worth a few lives lost by the Kraken. That's
I
all.
once read a fantasy book in which, in this other universe, in this world, there was a massive war in which all the countries had a war.
Yeah.
They came together afterwards. They said there would never be another world war. They signed this treaty at this magical land called Versailles. And would you know it, 10 years later, they all were at war again.
Yep.
I think if that teaches us anything, is that...
Okay, but that's a fantasy. This is the real world we're talking
Yeah, but we've
about.
got this
need to
magical
stay
book.
grounded here.
Sorry.
So if this book falls into the wrong hands, that exact thing could happen again. And if there's another book, not just this one,
Even more reason to keep this one around, because if someone else, some other bad
we need to
person-
keep it or we need to destroy it properly, surely.
And destroy the source of what keeps on reproducing this book.
Well, we'd have to destroy the infinite library if we wanted to destroy any trace of this book as well.
That's a good idea.
We can't destroy the library.
Why?
And we can't
It's
go
creating
back.
evil. It's killing people.
It's a library.
So, it's a bad library.
There are so many contradictions happening tonight. Guys, I don't know what's going on. I'm the result of a mistake. My parents were a printer and an evil lady. Oh, my goodness. How do we... We're here to save Moontree.
And find pie
Yes.
crust.
We need
And
to
something like that,
And
yeah.
my father.
Don't worry, laddie. You're not a result of a mistake. You're meant to be. The main point is we need to make the main thing and focus on what we're going to do about Moontree and what we're going to do about these books and where they're coming from.
Where was this book destroyed? Where was it? Where was my mother separated from it?
At the temple, whose name I've just forgotten. It was on my head just a moment ago. And
Began
now,
with a C.
Now,
Chakram.
Chiram. Yes,
Should we go there, perhaps? They know
Is that one of the temples, maybe?
that's on Delacos.
Weren't we going...
We were going to the Unbreakable Armory. We've come all this way. I'd say we follow through with that.
Also, Irene, why didn't you tell me about any of this?
Well, I don't think, I thought it was in the past. I thought it was,
I know, but I met you when I was going through some really hard stuff, and I feel like I understand you a lot better. Just feel a bit hurt.
No, I feel you, Irene. A woman is allowed to have had a horrible past and put it behind her to go out and become a woman anew.
You shouldn't be judged by the number of people you murdered in your youth. You should be judged by the
I'm
person
pretty sure
you are
you should.
today.
There's some histories here that I think I would love to get more into because
I think I'm going to go to bed. I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed by
All
all
right,
of this,
but-
if I'm honest.
We should probably think in the morning, come with a clear decision on where we're going to go next. We're initially going to go to the Unbreakable Armory.
Yeah.
There's a temple which might know more about the book and perhaps how to find Moontree and where the book might have gone.
Well, we
So
might-
those are two options. We should probably think about those two options.
I don't think we should. If we do get to that temple, we do not destroy the book. Let's just.
Wow.
Can we agree
Let's keep all options on the table, including the use of force.
and it sounds like what you were saying about pie crust and Moontree, that pie crust, our pie crust, right?
Yeah, our pie crust.
He was in with some bad folk. I tried to encourage him out of it, but he never,
Yeah.
I think he liked the danger a bit too much.
Who were these bad folk?
These folk.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about it. I try to work with the kin more than I try to work with what they're going through. They are secretive, but it sounded like some kind of larger gang had moved into Samat and had started getting work done.
Who
Does
would know?
the phrase "the obsidian ring a bell" by any chance?
And it does sound familiar. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. But it sounds like they're after that book. Then it might not be. You might not be the only ones who are after it.
Who else knows that we have this book?
Just us.
Everyone in this room, I think.
Mundry's
Yeah.
parents. No,
And that fellow who runs the Infinite Library.
Rusty.
Moontrie's
very
parents.
wise. Mundry's
He's wise,
parents.
but I do not trust
yeah,
him.
believe we have the previous book.
Which comes to the same thing, in effect.
Yes.
But how easy is it to access the Infinite Library without a key?
We'd have to go back through
Not for us, I'm saying
the
for
worms.
other people.
Probably impossible. I mean, they hadn't
Okay.
had visitors in thousands of years.
Okay.
I mean, there's the Infinite Library, but maybe there are other ways to get copies of the book.
Yeah, and those bookworms have been getting into the minds of Kram. They're leaking into our world. You know, they could be vortices like the ones we saw in other places.
And there was that flying thing above the library. I don't know what that was, but
A zeppelin.
that Zeppelin
dirigible.
thing. Yeah.
I think then we have three options. The one is to go to the temple where they destroyed the book and find out more there. The other is to stay on course for the Unbreakable Armory. And the third one is to try and hunt down the obsidian ring and, kill them all.
Yeah, that's the worst one. I'm just gonna put my hand up.
Killing the obsidian ring is the worst one.
I mean, I think it's got a lot to say for it. If we can kill bad people, that's good. Because they're bad.
Can I give my 2 cents about option 2, which I am pro for, not just because it gets us closer to finding my father, but if the Infinite Library was made by the special monks, whose names I can't remember, the Fabulous Five, and they made 4 other places using the same magic that my key opened, who's to say that you can't find, that the vortices don't exist in these special regions as well? I feel that maybe we go check out the armory to see if perhaps it doesn't also have spaces within there that create vortices that could give people access to books.
There might also be a weapon that could destroy such a book in the Unbreakable
In the armory where you make weapons. Yeah?
Ginger, Minnie, Tiny, what do you know of the Unbreakable Armories? Or these temples in general, the maze,
It's nothing I've heard of.
the green heart.
No, I'm sorry, it's nothing I've ever heard of.
And there by the Eagle Wing Mountain, is there something there? Have you ever heard of?
Just some forests, and that's about it. There's a couple of old stones by the cliffs.
Oh, there's more than that there. I've been doing some reading in my book on the Unbreakable Armory. It's definitely where Kona, the thrice bearded, decided to build his temple. We need to go to the rock formation and find where the eagle points, and in that direction we shall find the Unbreakable Armory.
That sounds like a plan.
I'm with you on that.
Let's get some rest.
Yeah.
Get up in the morning, 4 o'clock, crack of dawn,
Jeepers.
get out there, get marching.
4.
Okay, you're right. 4's a bit late, perhaps 3:30. Get up.
No.
Good long day of marching. Get on with it.
Okay. These temples are linked. And if we can find out what links them, I think we'll all find the answers we're looking for.
Agreed.
Right.
So yeah, 9 a.m. start sounds like good times to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice and early. And can we stay here?
Yes, we've got some rooms. I always keep some beds open, just in case someone needs a place to rest.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How many beds do you have, or do we have to share?
Well, I think it'll be fine. We've got some pillows we can put up on the floor as well. I don't think anything inappropriate should happen. It should all be fine.
Thank you.
So
I've got a
that's
bed
a
roll. I'll sleep
no on the
across the door.
sharing, or a yes? I didn't get a clear answer on the sharing there.
We're not. I don't think we're sharing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I sleep in the nude, so it wouldn't.
We know.
Hi.
We know.
Yeah.
Oh well then.
Sorry. One question,
Yes.
out of character. Who's carrying the book?
Oh, I am. Am I not? I have it in my tunic.
Okay, I want to go and have a quick word with Makanda.
Ooh.
All right. Sidebar.
Are we as characters or just
As
not?
characters.
Ah, okay.
Listen, I think hang on to the book for now, but I think we need to keep our lawyer friend away from it. he also seems to be the light-fingered type. So keep a close eye on it, and if it does go missing, please let me know directly, right?
I shall. You worry that the dark forces would begin to corrupt him?
Look, I mean, he's a nice enough laddie, but I get the feeling he might have light fingers, he might get a little bit curious, a little bit excited, and we've seen what happens last time people start doodling in that thing of evil.
Fair point.
And I'd hate to have to smite him.
I'll keep it close under my tunic, touching my smooth skin.
Indeed.
So someone's not sleeping in the nude tonight.
Irene Irene rings a little bell, and someone pokes their head through. An older woman, Jack. You recognize her as Millicent, just one of the people who kind of lives in this commune. And Irene asks her to find beds and accommodation for everyone, and Millicent just nods. You know that Millicent actually doesn't speak. She just is just mute.
Can I help her?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. You also you've got the run of the place. You know where you have your own spot that you often sleep at when you want to, and you know also where to find like the good bit of fish for Miko.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you're all kind of following Millicent and Jack, Irene just grabs your shoulder, Iggy.
Yeah, Danny.
I noticed that you have a bit of a spark when I did the trick. It summons a little minor illusion.
Yeah? What does that mean?
It looks like, I don't know, I feel like you might have a knack for it.
I have the knack?
You might.
He rolled for me.
Sorry.
Classic
You might.
legacy.
Do you want to, can I show you some things?
Yeah, definitely. To learn magic from a titan would be...
Please stop saying that. Iggy, you can't put your mother on a pedestal. You're only going to hurt yourself.
Okay.
I made a nice life for myself, a sweet place where I can do a little bit of good, because it's all I could do, you know? It's all I could do. Don't let your dreams take you down the wrong path like it did Sus.
I mean, my whole life the titans have been like the pinnacles of doing good, and everybody reads them and they love them, and now I find that it's going to be difficult to understand things differently.
Have you ever been to Port Dale?
I have.
And you've seen the memorial?
Yeah.
How many names do you think were up on there?
Hundreds.
You think any of them thought the Titans were good when it was all over?
I see. I mean,
You think on that. You think on that.
Okay.
Yeah, let me show you some trick.
Yeah.
And Irene kind of talks you through some of the basic little bits of illusion magic that she knows, disguising self and making little critters walking across, and you kind of start getting the knack of it. But it is pretty tiring out and exhausting, and you stay up way too late with this before Irene kind of insists that she's going to go to bed, so you should also go to bed.
Oh, just one more try. Okay, I've got it. Look.
No.
Okay, but I'm gonna send you a message. Hello, Tony, can you hear me?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I can hear you.
Okay,
You're
great,
right there.
It's working. Hello, but can you hear me inside your head? Not through your ears.
Yes.
It's like Okay, thank you, Tanya. I'm gonna...
And you just like sleep on the little couch, and she just like tucks your short cloak over your shoulder and tucks you in. Would anyone else like to do anything this evening?
I've just been watching that interaction and just feel very saddened by it.
Oh.
Just crying a little bit in my bed. And then I turn over and go to sleep.
I'm gonna go to Legacy's room.
Hi. Hi. Hi.
My apologies, did I catch you while you were sleeping?
I was about to fall asleep, but...
Okay. If you wouldn't mind, just...
yeah, okay. Yeah, sure.
You sleep in your boxes, huh?
Yeah. I'm quite tired. It's been a long day. What's up?
Understandably, you did well today, son. I just wanted to say, you're a good kid. You have a good soul. Don't do anything that any of us will regret.
I just want to get through this,
Okay.
just like everyone else. I have no ulterior motives.
Magic is a dark thing, boy. Magic can be a dark thing.
Okay, well, thank you for the warning. The night is a dark thing, and I'm very tired. So,
Okay.
I'll take your warning to heart.
So young.
I was made younger by the. Yeah.
Sleep tight.
Great. You didn't have to come naked this way either. You could have gotten dressed before we met. But
I was already in bed, so I thought there was no point
but
in
thank
putting
you for
on
the
clothes and then taking them off.
thanks for the advice. I will keep it under advisement.
Okay.
Okay.
Good night.
Good night.
Would anyone else?
Yes, Glenda comes to Legacy's room.
Glenda, hi. What's up? Hi.
My bed's so uncomfortable.
Oh.
Do you have any space for me in your pantry here?
You know what? It's actually, I think you're great, right? You're great.
I think you're great.
Okay, fantastic. So I think what would be best, because it's been a very long day and everyone's
Oh,
tired.
it has. Oh, so sleepy.
So I'll go sleep in your bed, and you can sleep here. Would that work for you? Is that better? Would you be more comfortable here?
I guess.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna go.
Okay. Fine. Good night.
Good night. Good night. See you in the morning.
I have a question.
Yes?
When you went to Legacy's room and you were naked, where did you put the book?
Did you go to Legacy's room naked?
Yeah,
It was still on my person, but you don't want to know where.
Oh, it was on your person.
Yeah.
I'm feeling...
When you do this to show the book, but you're naked, what are you...
No. This is later.
This is forbidden knowledge. It would blast your mind.
This is deeply forbidden knowledge.
First thought. Make them all safe.
Yes.
Redacted.
No, I was just going to say, are we moving on to the next day, or can I do something in the middle of the
Yeah,
night?
do something in the middle of the night.
I think I'm going to leave.
Ooh.
What?
Okay.
For a bit, I'm feeling quite hurt by Irene and Iggy, because Irene's never taken this interest in me. I'm having all these weird magical changes, and she just doesn't seem to care.
So roll first. Everyone roll perception with disadvantage, and you please roll stealth with advantage.
Is that a 20?
Yeah.
Cool. 2 20s, and you take the highest one.
3.
11, and then stealth plus 3.
Okay, 14.
14.
I have a 1 and a 3.
Okay. Did anyone get up to 14?
I got 14
You got 14.
With disadvantage.
with his disadvantage.
Nice.
So Legacy, while you're creeping up to up to Glenda's room, leaving Glenda like in your room. You
Feeling very confused and uncomfortable and all the
and
weird
cold. There's a draft. Things are happening. You see out of the corner of your eye Jack just heading down the stairs, just with a little Miko trailing behind.
Jack, where are you? What?
Shh, I'm leaving.
Why are you leaving?
Why should I stay here? This was the one place that I cared and I felt safe and I felt like I belonged, and now I don't anymore.
Oh no! Oh, so sad. People kept secrets from you. It happens. Grow up. We're in the middle of this thing. You can't just leave us.
Yeah, I can. That was very convincing. Again, no one cares. So why should I care about any of this?
I care. I've helped you through all of the stuff. I've been the one that's been defending you. You can't just leave me with these people.
I can.
Can I roll a persuasion?
No.
Oh,
Not within the group. We're going to just keep it to role play.
okay.
Yeah.
What the hell was that? This random kid arrives and all of a sudden Irene is just like obsessed with him. It's too much.
We all have a past. We all have things that we wished we didn't tell, or we wished our loved ones didn't know, right?
Yeah.
Irene's not alone in that, is she?
No.
So why are you holding her to a higher level than what you would hold any of us, yourself included?
Because I thought she was different.
And you thought that you were special.
Cheapest legacy. I don't know. I'm leaving. This is not helpful. I don't even know why I tried to be a better person for what.
You can't leave. If you leave, then all the worst things you think about yourself, you're going to prove them to be true. If you stay, you have an opportunity to change your story. You can change.
That's what I've been trying to do, and it's not working.
It's hard.
I'm still alone.
Okay, but if you leave, you're never.
I'm gonna leave.
All right. Jack walks out into the night.
Tried so hard.
Jack, roll a quick perception check.
13 plus stealth.
Yeah.
Plus 3.
No, but plus perception.
Oh, plus perception. Sorry. So 13 perception plus 5. 18.
18. All right. As you kind of step back into like the dark, shady street, there are no street lights in this kind of part of town. So the only light there is the light of the moon and some flickering orange glows from like the various buildings around you, and you can hear kind of the sounds of nighttime. Some of those sounds are the sounds of people snoring gently. Some of them are the sounds of someone up late working on something. The small sounds of craft and industry, of the home industry, of clothes that need to be sewn and shoes that need to be repaired and that kind of thing. A child crying out in a nightmare and being shushed by a lullaby. The gentle sounds of life all around you. Mm-hmm. And as you're walking down with Miko trailing around and leaping across, you begin to be aware that just on the edge of all those sounds are the sounds of footsteps following you. The sounds of someone creeping sneakily. What would you like to do?
Ooh. I'm gonna. I think. Can I do pass without a trace?
Yes, you can.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast that. So I roll for that, right?
No,
just cast it?
you've already got your stealth, and we're just going to add then another 10 to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna keep walking just slowly, and then I'm going to tuck behind a corner, and then I'm going to cast that and just wait to see who
Okay.
turns around.
So as you kind of like step back into the shadows, and remember also you do have an invisibility spell.
Oh, then
So
let me
you-
do.
You have like,
That
I
lasts
think it,
for 6 seconds.
yeah.
Oh, okay. So I'll just do without a trace for now.
Okay. So you step into one of the side streets and just kind of merge back into the deep shadows of the night. And you wait a beat and another beat, and then passing the alley, looking left, looking right, and their face just kind of catches the moonlight, is one of the gutterkin that you recognize, called Jaggy Muckrak.
Am I on good terms with this Jaggy?
Jaggy's a bit of an asshole. He's an asshole, yeah.
Can I-
And he looks left and looks right, and he hunches up his collar, and I am going to just decide whether he goes down your alley, he goes straight on.
Okay. I'm going to follow him now.
Okay. So it becomes quite clear, like Jaggy at first is trying to be sneaky, and then he moves faster and faster, trying to like have a look around, and you hear the kind of, God damn it, where'd you go? And he like looks back up the street, you into the darkness of the shadow, and he's curses under his breath and starts walking down through the shady parts of town. And are you going to keep following him?
Can I do an attack of opportunity?
You can attack him.
I'm
You
gonna.
can do-
I just want to like. Yeah, I'm gonna attack him, I guess, to try and get him.
Grapple him.
Yeah, I want to like grapple him.
Okay, cool. So you sneak up behind him, and as you get closer, I'm going to re-roll his perception. And he's fine. He's just kind of. And
Do I roll?
you are much taller than him.
Yeah.
You go to reach over to like put your elbow like around, just like wow, get him in a headlock, and roll your is it a strength check or an athletic check?
Ooh, I don't remember. I think it's strength athletics.
It's strength. Anyway, you definitely don't have athletics.
No, I definitely don't. So I
All
hope
right.
it's strength.
So roll with advantage. I'm going to roll disadvantage because he's so surprised.
Okay, so it's a 20, right?
Yeah.
12 plus.
With
Honestly, I think it's -1 for you.
Oh, -1.
Yeah.
So
You got
11.
advantage, so roll again to see if you get a higher number.
11, so 10.
All right, that just beats his 10 with disadvantage.
God.
So, Jack, you throw your elbow around and hook it under his chin. And like almost lift him so his feet are kicking on the stubbles as he like grabs at you and you're like,
Why are you following me?
"What? I'm not following you. I'm not following
I
anyone.
heard you. I've been following you.
Let me go stick.
No, tell me why you were following me.
I was told to watch for you all.
By who?
I'm not gonna tell you.
I'm gonna.
All right,
him.
roll an intimidation with advantage because you got him in a headlock.
Okay, so I did 20 again.
Yeah.
Oh no, I got a 2.
Advantage. So roll again.
Advantage.
Oh, thank
Okay.
God.
Advantage.
Sorry. 13.
13. Is that plus anything?
What is it with intimidation plus 1?
Okay.
14.
13. He goes, I'm way more scared of them than I'm scared of you. And he is going to elbow you.
Oh.
His elbow goes wide,
Okay.
and he kind of like misses and goes, God damn it. So let me go.
Gonna just squeeze him some more. Is it the obsidian ring?
Yes, it's the ring. It's the ring.
Okay, I'm gonna let him go.
You know, if they find out I told you anything, I'm dead.
Well, apparently they want me dead as well.
So I'm gonna do that then. And he pulls out a knife. Roll initiative. Roll your initiative, Jack.
Oh my God.
Should have cut his throat right then.
Getting real.
Yeah.
18.
18. You go first.
Okay. So I am going to shillelagh him.
Okay, so
Oh, I have to first.
bonus action, you cast your shillelagh on your staff, and
Yep.
then you swing at him.
And then I'm going to swing at him. So I roll 20 again.
Yep.
Yeah, +5.
Plus 5 is 7.
Okay, you swing and he just he ducks back, and you know Juggy
fast.
Muckrak was a good knife fighter.
Yeah.
And he comes in, stabs at you, but swipes and misses.
Oh, thank God.
And as a bonus action, he's going to take disengage. Not disengage. He's going to take dodge.
Okay.
So your next strike comes at disadvantage if you're going to try hit him again.
Okay, I'm going to just try and shillelagh him again. I guess I'm in the throngs.
Roll your attack. Disadvantage.
So that means I
2 dice.
Roll twice and take the lower one.
which
Or just roll your.
roll
oh
twice.
2 20s. It's not going to get lower. It's 1. I'm panicked.
So he's just dodging
fighter?
back and forth, and he steps in and swipes at you and misses. And he's going to pull out another knife, and instead of taking the dodge action, he's going to try stab you a second time.
And he misses.
This is again.
It's like the Hugh Grant Colin Firth fight in Jones Diary.
Stay still, Stick, stay still. All right, roll your attack, or roll the spell if you want to cast a spell or do anything.
Okay, I'm going to cast a spell because I'm. Oh, he's got a knife.
Yeah,
I'm going to heat metal
okay.
Smart.
because I'm getting really, really mad, and so I just and I roll 2d8, right?
Honestly, I think first I
You rolled.
make a Constitution save.
Yep.
I think it's because God, just read the spell.
Choose weapon. You can cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature takes 2d8 fire damage when you cast the spell.
Okay,
But are they doing a Constitution saving throw or anything like that?
Yes.
to hold on to it, I think.
The creature must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or drop the object if it
Okay,
can.
cool. So you roll your damage, I take the damage, and then I roll the Constitution to
Which is D.
not drop it. I'm gonna retire these dice.
Which was D8.
It's the diamond.
This.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one.
So 2, 3,
So 5.
5.
Okay, 5 damage. Cool. He's like, "Sah!" and his hand is burning. And he looks up at you and he's like, and he starts running.
I'm just gonna let him go, and I'm gonna just sit on the ground and just
Nico jumps up in your lap and goes, meow.
gonna stroke the cat, and because I don't really know how I did that, why I did that. I'm just gonna stroke the cat and just have a cry.
Okay. Are you going to head back before sunrise?
I'm gonna start walking back.
Okay. So by the time Thrastok is up and has done his first 100 push-ups, everyone else is starting to wake up.
4 o'clock.
Hmm?
Start banging on people's doors at 4. Up, get up.
Yeah.
Time to get going.
Okay,
Go.
Is she back by the time I bang on her door? Is she back by the time I bang on her door?
Jack?
I'll wait. I'll only probably get back by the time they're all awake.
All right. Irene is kind of like mixing you up some oats and things in the kitchen with some honey from her own hive, and passing it out to you. And she's like, "You all look like you're going to be up for a lot of things today, so I packed you some breads and things. Just be careful wherever it is you're going." Yeah.
Thank you, Irene.
Where's Jack?
She left last night.
What?
Yeah, when I was leaving my, I was out of my room.
What did you do to? What
Why
did you
didn't you
do?
stop
Why did you
her?
drive her off?
I didn't do anything. I tried to stop her. I tried to convince her to stay, but she was so upset about the conversation that we had yesterday that she said she needed to go, and that's.
Why would that upset her?
Well, she felt that there were so many things that she wasn't told about when she was growing up, and this was the space where she felt safe and at home, and
Oh no!
she felt like
Oh,
betrayed,
no.
I think.
I'd say she's deserting.
Yeah,
but I
that
guess
sounds like a
technically she's a
cowardly thing.
civilian.
She should have spoken to you, Irene. I'm sure you would have been You would have had been an open ear.
Glenda, you think too much of me. You think too much of me. I don't deserve that kind of thing. No.
Glenda thinks too much of a lot of people.
I'm gonna go find her. I'm gonna go. And she kind of bundles up her shawl and grabs a loaf of bread. Jack, is there a place that Irene might know to find you?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I think, because normally I would come to her, so I think as she's coming out,
Okay.
there I am, coming home.
Oh, Jack, and she's like reaches up and grabs your face. Oh,
I'm
are
just
you?
going to give you a
What's wrong?
hug.
Are you okay?
I don't know, Irene. I'm just gonna do. I'm not doing okay. I don't know what's going on with me. I got attacked last night, and then I made the knife hot, and I just don't understand.
Who was it? You tell me who it was, and I will cut their face off.
No, don't do that.
I don't want to go back to those old days, but I'll do it.
I'm sorry I left. Is everyone still here?
Yes, they're all in the kitchen.
Yeah, we're just about to get marching.
You stick your head out the door.
Oh, hey, Thrastalk. I guess I got to apologize.
No, I didn't know what you were going through. I forget sometimes because you've come so far where you started from.
Thank
You
you.
know? Like I don't see the scared little girl that I used to see. You know, I see a woman who can take care of herself. And I guess that made me not really consider your feelings. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. I overreacted.
I'm an old woman who did some things that she's ashamed of. That's the truth of it. That's the truth of it. And when I confessed that to young Iggy, it all kind of came back, and I was thinking of myself. I'm sorry. And I knew him as a baby, you know.
He was probably quite a cute baby.
He was very round.
Yeah, I can imagine.
We used to call him Fat Chap. He was such a cutie.
Fat Chap.
His cheeks.
That would be his Gutterkin name.
Oh, it would be.
Oh, Fat
All
Chap.
right. You get some breakfast.
Thank you. Sorry.
So you all kind of gather in the kitchen. Have you decided what you're going to do?
Well, I believe we had decided on the Unbreakable Armory, but you said someone attacked you?
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Sorry about that.
No, okay. Yeah.
Fat Chap.
What?
Ah, you know it.
No, what?
Never mind.
Did you just call me fat?
No, don't worry. I'll
Who's
explain
calling you
later.
fat? You are strong.
I am. This is mostly muscle.
But he does look like the strong that maybe used to be fat and then
As a
just got
baby.
strong underneath.
Oh, that's true. That,
Anyway, guys,
I'm not the baby.
Listen,
I'm
a fat
grown
baby
man.
is a beautiful thing.
that is true.
Beautiful thing.
a fat anything is a beautiful thing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Anyway, okay. So I was followed last night when I left.
Why did you leave?
Yeah. Why did you leave?
I don't know if I'm ready to talk to you yet.
All right, I've had enough of this. Between Jack and I, that's what that is.
Yeah.
You all, I can tell you're all full of secrets to the brim. To the brim, young falconer.
He's dripping with secrets.
Zip it. All right.
Don't know about that.
Now you've got some kind of mission that you need to go on. You get on that mission. All right?
Right.
Yep.
These things will come out when they are meant to come out. There's no good trying to shake a jar of preserves before it's pickled.
It's true. The pressure inside from the fermentation process will just explode, and then you'll have kimchi all over your kitchen.
Anyway, I was followed last night. The obsidian ring. After me, after us, I don't know what they know, but they know that I'm here. They know that maybe we've got the book, and maybe they're after it. So we really have to just keep our wits about us.
All right, sudden ambushes, treachery, intrigue. Excellent.
Wait, and how do you know they were part of the obsidian ring?
I throttled him, and then we had a very awkward combat.
Okay.
But he told me that the ring. He was following me because of the ring.
So they know that we're here.
Yeah. Well, they know I'm here. I'm guessing they've been following us for longer than we think.
Right, from now on, we keep watches at night.
Yeah, we do not want the obsidian ring getting into the armory.
Well, that's why they were after Pie Crust. I'm guessing because of the book.
Yeah.
And now we've got the book.
Yeah. And we're going to destroy it.
So we need to destroy this book.
And we're going to make Moontree better. And we're going to find my mom. We're going to make her better. We're going to find your pa. And we're going to fix whatever's wrong with you. And we're going to get you back to where you came from. And whatever you're after, we're going to get it.
I want to go to more temples.
All the temples.
All the temples.
I'd prefer us, again, not to destroy the book. We might need it to defeat the obsidian ring.
Why don't you go home?
I think like you need to explain yourself, sir.
He knows a bit too much.
Okay.
And he is useful.
Thanks.
Chaps.
Thanks, Jack. Thanks.
The sun's already come up.
Yeah.
We should be marching 2 hours ago. Instead, we're having a tea party.
Let's do it.
Get your kit, eat your breakfast on the way, and let's go.
Is there a way to somehow make ourselves more clandestine as we leave so that we don't get followed?
She's a bit large.
You're a bit clunky.
metallic.
I
I don't think that's going to work very well.
But that's the best I can do, you know.
Okay,
I
so we
was
just have
trained
to-
by the very finest of librarians to keep very, very quiet.
I can disguise myself for like an hour.
Can you disguise those around you as well?
No, just myself. So
I can do pass
Thanks for
without a
leaving.
trace.
Yeah, you can do pass without a trace. Also, you have an innate disguise self that also changes your height.
Oh,
That's
Yes,
useful.
as a reminder.
so then they won't know that it's me because I'm pretty recognizable. So I'll disguise myself.
Is there a back way out of here?
I can do that too.
Yes, in fact, this whole block is kind of just a network of, it's all interconnected from once you're inside, you can go out to any of the other blocks.
All right, how about this? We got the back way. We have to march across a fair amount of countryside, yes?
Yes, to get to that rock formation.
We head out there, and if anyone follows us into the countryside, we try and spot them and cut their throats. Fair?
Fair.
Fair.
Gruesome, but fair.
Let's do this. Get your breakfast.
Cool. Yeah, eating it on our way.
Cool.
On we go.
So, you cast Pass Without a Trace. Everyone roll a stealth, and I'm going to take the third highest as the group roll. I'm still working on like my
17.
side stealth.
Nice.
Thank goodness I'm a rogue.
10.
4?
Four.
I rolled disadvantage, so whatever.
Linda?
With disadvantage.
I have to. No, I rolled with the disadvantage.
Okay, well then I'm still 14.
10.
17.
16.
Dirty 20.
Okay, cool. So,
With pass without a trace, right?
yeah, so I think the third one was 17, which comes to 27. So very high.
Okay.
You bundle out the back way. Dun, dun, dun.
Before we leave, I want to say to Irene, as we're kind of like packing up, Miss Ginger, Minnie, Danny, I know you say the Titans were a made-up thing and that you guys were both sides, but you know what? I believe what the books represented. I'm a big believer in books. I'm a big believer in what the Titans did in those books. And even though in the reality they were criminals and evildoers, I'm going to do my best. I'm a Titan, and I'm going to be the best Titan. I'm going to be the Titan that is meant to be from the books. I'm going to be a real Titan. You'll see. I'll prove you. I'll make your name right. I'll do everything that you did. I'll make it right.
Good luck, Iggy.
Thanks, Danny.
Also, just before you go, she grabs you, takes you to the garden, and there's this one kind of briar patch of blackberries, thorny and spiky, and she cuts a long length of it and twists it kind of into like a crown. And she passes it to you, and she's like, "This will keep you safe." And there is an item on your table that you now have access to. Well,
Where?
oh, maybe it's on Makanda's table.
Oh.
Both. Thank you, and sorry again.
So, You go through the back ways of the shady part of town, up and down across the fields, heading out to like the scattered farms, making your way. The sun is kind of coming up, and it's a very pleasant day. Samat is quite an idyllic little island. It has like a little bit of forests, not really mountains, you know, so much as just kind of rolling hills. But between Jack and Legacy, you've got a pretty good sense of how to get to Eagle's Wing, the one kind of crested rock formation breaking over the highest hill on the town. But it's a hike. It would be pleasant if Thrastok wasn't marching you so hard and regimentally keeping your breaks perfectly timed. But other than that, butterflies flitter, birds chitter, bugs skitter, other critter, all kinds of things. So by the time you get to the rock after about 3 hours of hiking, yes?
Iggy, check our back trail. See that no one's following us.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe find a patch to hide in.
Double back.
Do a little
See. Check.
Okay, roll a perception check.
Ooh. 17.
Okay. Looks clear.
No!
Looks clear. Oh dear.
So you reach the crest of this hill, the rock formation, and it does look very kind of eagle-ish, you know, with this thrust of striated rock pointing outwards. And from this hill you can see the whole sweep of the island, the rolling hills, the farmlands surrounding the city, and lovely the town kind of spreading out from the natural harbor. And you can see on the far side the cliffs. What would you like to do?
Where is it? What are we looking for? There were old rocks. We were supposed to look for old rocks.
Well, we're probably going to have to try and follow a similar technique to what we did the last time we entered the Infinite Library. From what I can tell, Kona the Thrice-Bearded said that he placed the temple where the eagle has directed. So perhaps in the direction that the eagle is pointing is where we will find the temple. If anyone can see any runes around here or some kind of clues.
Needle?
Looking around at this formation, you can kind of see like the eagle's wing spreading out in one direction out to sea. The rolling hills end suddenly on cliffs, sheer cliffs.
Do you think it could be down those cliffs? Over there, look. The sheer cliffs over.
But we walked all this way already.
Yeah. I mean, the eagle is pointing that way.
So it's not that far from the eagle. It's probably another half an hour walk down this hill towards the cliffs.
Ah, okay.
Let's go down there and take a look.
Seems logical.
Should we not investigate up here?
Yeah,
maybe
Ginger
look
mentioned
at
old
it.
rocks
Oh, we're
by
up
the
here?
eagle's wing, right?
Near the eagle's wing.
Near the eagle's wing. I'd like to investigate those old rocks.
Okay.
Investigation or perception?
I'm trying to like. Is
So I'm
this
looking for
investigation
runes.
or-
I'm looking for a specific thing.
Yeah, investigation. Yeah.
Okay, it's not too bad. 17.
All right. There are some boulders and rocks around here, but they just seem normal, natural part of the landscape up here, close to the rock, close to the eagle. In fact, you've kind of passed many of these similar granite boulders before, you know, on your way. So nothing kind of jumps out here.
Guys, my dwarf senses don't tell me that these rocks are just normal rocks. I'm not finding any runes. This isn't like Kram.
Let me try my needle.
Okay.
The needle does nothing.
Is it doing it?
No.
What's it supposed to be doing?
Did it do anything last time?
Yes, the runes, it started vibrating, the runes
yes.
glowed. This is...
Well, it's possible it might also only occur at night like last time. So in the meantime, perhaps we go check out the cliffs.
Yeah.
See what's
Okay.
down there.
That's a good idea.
Yay,
Isn't that
we're
where
walking.
Yalada's family are?
Yes, where he said we should go to in the first place. Here on the cliff face.
Is it where the Aarakocra live?
The Aarakocra do live on the cliff face, yes.
Well, there we go. We've got an inside scoop.
So
Great.
walking down to the end, a little like half an hour walk, you know, it's fine. Legacy's at the back, grumbling a bit, but also enjoying the fact that he's feels much better than he's felt in years.
Also, I think my pass without a trace is now,
Yeah,
it's gone.
that's gone.
Yeah.
That's worn off now. And you reach kind of the cliff, and looking around, it's just a sheer drop, about 500 meters straight down to the sea. Far below, you can kind of see some kind of baskety shaped buildings kind of like sticking out of the cliff as though they're kind of the entrance to homes or something. And you can hear the shouts of the Aarakocra language coming from down below, but nothing up here on the cliff itself. Investigating and looking around, you do find some stonework that is not natural, that are shaped into blocks and such. But only a few, and they end right by the cliff.
Does it look similar to the entrance to the Infinite Library, to the ruins on Crumb?
It doesn't look, no, not similar to the entrance.
Should we investigate them?
Yeah.
All right, roll your
Or
investigation.
look for runes, look for any kind of writing. Ooh, that's gonna be very high. 24.
About 17.
All right,
Oh.
these are definitely building materials, you know, and high quality. The cuts on this perfectly aligned. The wear, despite the many hundreds of years being exposed to elements, still good. This is prime dwarven craftsmanship right here.
Look here, no mortar, and you can barely fit a knife blade in.
This is amazing. I mean, this is really good
It's
quality
good
stuff.
Yeah.
But does it look like it was finished or destroyed? Like it wasn't finished, or was it destroyed and then fell
It
apart?
looks like it was destroyed.
I think this might be what we're looking for.
Well, I might be able to cast Identify by any chance if I can touch it and see if there's any magic at work.
Yeah, also the way Identify works in this world, because Identify is a divination spell, you can kind of get a glimpse at the origin of pretty much any object, but especially objects with magic. You place your hands, are you casting this as a ritual?
Yes, I guess.
Makanda places his hands on the stonework and begins chanting, carrying on. Legacy wanders over and kind of sits on a block, eating some of his sandwich. And you get a vision of kind of groups of laborers, dwarven laborers, carefully placing this thing. You see a beautiful kind of the foundations of a beautiful city being laid out before you, and then the image kind of disappears.
I didn't get a sense of an entrance or anything like that.
No, it didn't. This seemed mundane and non-magical.
Oh, so it's non-magical. What?
Non-magical, yeah.
Ah.
3 thoughts.
3 thoughts.
Yes.
Got some news. Did see something. Not sure that this is the magical location we were looking for, but a city was built here. Dwarves, I saw dwarves, if anyone's interested in that. But otherwise, nothing magical.
Okay.
Couple of thoughts here. First of all, this cliff, does it look like a naturally created cliff, or is it kind of like a sudden knife edge?
As a dwarf, these are very unnatural fracture lines in the stone. This is a shearing, some kind of shearing force created these cliffs.
So maybe there was a city, it just was there, and I gestured the empty space beyond the cliff. And something came and just severed this, and
Something of Kraken nature, perhaps.
perhaps, I don't know.
It fell into the water.
Oh. Could the entrance be under the water?
What was your other 2 thoughts?
The other 2 thoughts.
What are the
Does the
others?
needle say anything here at these cliffs specifically? And the third thought was the Aarakocra might know this area better. And we could speak to
And
them.
if they can swim underwater, they're fishing all the time. They'll maybe know what's under there.
Yeah, perhaps there are runes down there. But like I said, we thought, what does a needle say?
As you gather at the edge of the cliff, Glenda holding out her needle, the needle not reacting specifically to anything, you notice that out probably less than a kilometer from the shoreline is a rather large ship. It looks a bit like a bit of an industrial steamship, the kind of thing that would be used for hauling a lot of material. It doesn't seem to be flying any particular flag. It looks just sitting there, out there. But the thing that catches your eye is that on the deck is a Zeppelin. A Zeppelin with a very similar profile to what you've seen above the cliffs. And that's where we will end our session.
Plans for that Zeppelin.
All right. Thank you for joining us. This is Legends of Storm's Eye. These are my frustrated adventurers. And we will see you next episode. Thank you to Zootee Studios and Special Effects Media. Please like and subscribe because it makes our lives so much better. It really just fills us with the wonderful thing. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks.
Double thanks. Thank you. Thanks.
Thanks.
Thanks. Thank you.